not to do in my own community that I am doing somewhere else? Why is it that I can organize in San Francisco, yet I'm not organizing here? And the story comes with something very personal. About 2 weeks ago, I decided to take action in a civil disobedience demonstration. So imagine yourself locking hands with about 20 other individuals who are also undocumented. This means the possible threat of being deported. This means the possible threat of losing everything you have. And a lot of people ask me, you're crazy, like, why are you doing that? And I told them, you know why? Because if I don't become part of the dialogue is always going to be decided for me. It's always going to be decided for me. If I don't choose to say, I'm not okay with the type of policies that you're making, they're going to make them. And one of the things that I've really been reflecting on what it meant to be arrested and what it meant to actually be there I was actually freaking angry. And I was mad. And I wasn't necessarily mad because, yeah, granted, it was very painful to be in the handcuffs and it sucked. But you know why I was mad? Because I only had to be there for a few hours. But that's not the story for the rest of my community. My community is still in jail. My community is still being deported. And my community is still dying trying to pass the border. And you think, how is this just? How is this an okay thing? And I think to myself, once again, like, why are we all here? Like, what is us being here in Humboldt County represent? And I think more than anything, I challenge you all to start making your community aware of how immigration is an issue that does affect all of us, and how you don't have to be ashamed of coming out of the shadows. And you should take that with pride. You should say, you know what, I take back my dignity. My dignity is mine. You may take everything else away, but that dignity will always be mine. So one more time, el pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. The people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided. I really can't hear y'all, seriously. You gotta make it loud. Like really, really, really loud. So what are we gonna say? The people united
will never be divided. The people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided.
¡Que viva la resistencia! Now I would like to welcome Samuel Romero, who's another community member and another community leader here in Humboldt County. He will talk about the group that he represents and why immigration is such a big issue in his life and in his community. So you have to win! Yay!
Hola, me llamo Samuel Romero, soy parte de la organización que se llama Free. Y lo que hace Free es esta misma cosa. Estamos aquí para hablar con la gente de la comunidad que están indocumentados y para poner en la cara de la justicia que la policía anda haciendo contra la gente de la comunidad. Nomás porque hay gente que son de color, que hay gente que vienen de otra nación, andan discriminando, nomás porque hay gente que quieren ir a trabajar y las niñas que quieren ir a la escuela, agarrando de las calles y deportando. Yo vengo de una familia que también vinieron de México y por toda mi vida ha mirado a la policía criminalizándome a mí, a mis hermanos, a mis hermanas, a mi mamá y a mi papá. So, my name is Samuel, and I am part of the organization called Free, and this is what we do. We come here to speak with the undocumented community. We come here to speak with the people who are being criminalized because of the way they look, because of the color of their skin. We all want to know why is it that we are being profiled, we're being racially profiled, set up in a society to fail, because we all know that being a person of color in this society means that it's more of a challenge to be successful in school, more of a challenge to be successful in the job workforce. And what I want to share is that I come from a family that also migrated from the U.S. And although I am privileged to be documented, I have been victimized and criminalized as a person who supposedly looks as an undocumented person. And what is that? Again, a person that is a person of color. I have lived in the Arcata area for the past 5 years, and I've seen the face of this community. I've seen the majority face of this community that really does not respect the people that work, like Gabi said, in the farms, in the fields, that do the hard labor work, that do the backseat work. Instead, they want to just kick them out. So we're here again to speak out. We're here to speak out and hope to continue to speak out and let these people know that we are not here temporarily. We are here to stay. This is our country as well. This nation is a nation of immigrants. So they speak loud and they speak proud. So, el pueblo unido
jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido, estamos en la lucha. Obama, escucha, estamos en la lucha. Obama, escucha, estamos en la lucha.
Gracias.
Woo!
Alright, so the name of this demonstration is called 2 Million Too Many, right? Although there's still a lot of people who reside here who are undocumented, I want to take this time to acknowledge the people who aren't here anymore, the people who have without justice have been separated from their families. So those 2 million we say, when I say not one more, you shout not one more back, alright? Does that sound good? And how are you going to say it? You're going to say it loud, and you're going to say it clear, and you're going to say it so everybody can hear you, alright? So I say not one more, and you shout out not one more, okay? Ready? Not one more!
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 Bring them home!
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 The people united will never be divided!
The people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided.